Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to begin with file 3A. In this file, we're going to see from grammar the comparatives and superlatives, and the vocabulary is going to be about transportation. If you see on page 24, we're going to begin with a reading and a listening that you're going to analyze by yourselves the reading, and then I'm going to show you the listening part. Okay? But first, we're going to see transportation in this part, okay? Because the reading and the listening are about the transportation. So you're going to go to your book on page 155, and we're going to do these exercises on transportation, okay? So the first exercise here, it's, public transportation and vehicles. The exercise is matching the words with the pictures here. So you already have number one, platform, that is this picture number one. So now I'm going to ask you to pause the video, and when you finished doing the exercise, you're going to unpause the video because we're going to listen and check. So please pause the video now so you can do the exercise. Now, once I suppose you have done the exercise, we're going to listen to this exercise, and we're going to check, okay? So let's listen and check exercise 1.
2.2 Transportation, public transportation and vehicles. 2.
Bus.
3.
Freeway.
9.
Light rail.
1.
Platform.
8.
Scooter.
4.
Subway.
6.
Train.
7.
Truck.
5.
Van.
Okay, so let's just do the checking of the answers. So here are the answers, so you can check on the numbers. Okay. Now we're gonna go on exercise number 2, on the road, and it's about compound nouns. So first, an explanation. What is a compound noun? Well, a compound noun is, there are two nouns together, where the first noun describes the second one. For example, a child seat. It's a seat for a child. A bus stop. A place for buses to stop. Okay? In compound nouns, the first noun is stressed more strongly than the second. So you say child seat. You don't say child seat. Okay? You say a bus stop. You don't say a bus stop. You say a bus stop. Okay? A child seat. There are many compound nouns related to road travel. Complete the compound nouns. And you have here several compound nouns. The first one that you have here, it's lane. Bicycle, lane. Okay, bicycle lane, it's the first one. So you're going to complete the compound nouns with the words from here. Okay, so I'm going now to let you do the exercise. You're going to pause the video so you can do the exercise. Remember, we are on page 155. Pause the video now. All right, so let's check the exercise on the compound nouns. First, let me put the answers, and then we're going to check. Let's listen and check.
2.3. On the road. 1. Bicycle lane. 2.
Car crash.
3. Crosswalk. 4.
Gas station.
5. Parking ticket. 6.
Pedestrian zone.
7. Road work. 8.
Rush hour.
9. Seat belt. 10.
Speed camera.
11. Speed limit. 12.
Taxi stand.
13. Traffic light. 14.
Traffic jam.
Okay, now let's clear the answers over here, and we're going to continue with the other one. How long does it take? How long does it take? It takes about an hour to get from Princeton to New York City by train. It took me more than an hour to get to work yesterday. How long does it take you to get to school? So what do we have here? We use take and the person and time, okay, to talk about the duration of a trip, okay? It takes about an hour to get from this to that. It took me more than an hour. How long? How much time does it take you? Okay, so we're talking about the duration of the trip. Read the information box above that we read. Ask and answer questions with a partner. For example, how do you get to work? How do you get to school? How long does it take you? Well, it used to take you, right? Because now we're right now we are in a pandemic, so you don't leave your house. You study from home or from your work or whatever place you are. Okay? If you're working, how long does it take you to get to work? How long does it take you to get from your house to the center of town? Okay? So it takes me 30 minutes by car. It takes me 45 minutes by bus. And then we have the phrasal verbs. What are phrasal verbs? Phrasal verbs are like compound nouns, but in this case, instead of a noun, car, we have a verb, set, okay, pick, end, run, watch, look, okay? And we have a second word, set off, okay? Pick me up, end up, run out of gas, watch out, look out, okay? So what is the meaning? What are the meanings of these sentences? We set off at 7 in the morning to try to avoid the traffic. We leave on a trip. We set off, we leave on a trip. I arrive at 8:15. Do you think you could pick me up at the station? Go somewhere in a car and get him or her. When you get me, you pick me up. I got the wrong bus, and I ended up on the opposite side of town. Okay, you find yourself in a place or in a situation that you did not expect. When I first came to Hermosillo, that happened to me. I ended up at the other side of the city and I was very, very scared. Y como buena, um, y como buena foránea, pues ya no traía dinero para el camión. Pues dije, ya no puedo agarrar otro camión, oiga, va a tener que... Y mi camionero me dio dinero, qué lindo, para que agarre otro camión. Pero bueno, those are experiences. We're running out of gas. Let's stop at the next gas station. When you're running out of something, you finish your supply of something. For example, we're running out of sugar here in the house. Okay? So there almost no sugar. When you say, watch out, look out, you're going to crash. When we say, watch out, look out, it means that you have to be careful, pay attention to something that is dangerous. Okay? Okay, just let me put here. So the other exercise, you have to just practice it, practice yourself, the compound verbs. And now you're going to do the reading exercise. You're going to do the reading exercise over here. Okay? You're going to do part B, part C, okay? Part D. And we're going to do the listening now. Okay? So what are the answers for this exercise? It's this. These are the answers. And now we are going to listen to this part. Listen to what happened to Tanner. Follow his route on the map. Let's listen.
2.9.
Tanner took a taxi from the boatyard to the airport where the seaplane was leaving from. It took 45 minutes to get from the boatyard to the airport. Once he got on the seaplane, Tanner quickly made up the time he spent riding in the taxi. With the plane flying close to 100 miles an hour, Tanner caught up to Rutledge and Adam near 7 Mile Bridge. After landing at the airport in Key West, Tanner rented a scooter for the last 3 miles of the race. Just a few more minutes until he arrived at the southernmost point of the U.S.
Okay, now we're going to do the rest, this part. Listen to what happened. In what order did they arrive in? What order did they arrive in? Okay. First, you have to pause the video before looking at these answers. I forgot that.
2.10.
Rutledge Wood, who had traveled in the boat, ran from the Key West boatyard to the streets of Key West. After running for a few minutes in the heat, he hailed a taxi, which brought him to the southernmost marker in Key West and the U.S. Unfortunately, Adam and Tanner were already standing next to the marker. Rutledge couldn't believe it. He looked at the other men who were standing nearby, laughing. It turns out that Adam, traveling in the Lotus Evora, had reached the Key West marker just seconds before Tanner arrived on his rented scooter. Adam's car had won, which is a good thing, because Top Gear is, after all, a program about cars. Tanner's combination of taxi, seaplane, and scooter arrived second, several minutes before Rutledge, who ended his boat trip with a ride in a taxi.
All right. We're going to continue to see the grammar in class. Goodbye.